no doubt the session assigned to me today is on government funding and schemes to promote entrepreneurial skills. That's it. Uh, uh, Normally, when I start with my sessions, I start with the queries from the participants so that I can orient my sessions according to the need and requirement of the faculty members. But since some of the faculty members are in process to join with us, so we will take the queries in as we move further. Uh, till then, I will start with the deliberation from my side. But before I formally start with the deliberation from my side, I would like request uh, have inputs from Dr. Aruna. Aruna ma'am, that's it. Dr. Aruna, are you able to hear me? That's it. Are you able to hear me? Okay. So maybe there may be some issues with Dr. Aruna. She is unable to connect through audio, but I am going to start the presentation from my side so that presentation may be shared, recording may be shared later on with the participants also. That's it. Since it is about the funding schemes for promoting entrepreneurial skills, so I will share about my perspective on how the funding schemes can be pitched for. That's it. How different kinds of funds can be taken from government of India in context of promoting entrepreneurship skills. That's it. So before there can be different ways. For example, if we consider about the governmental setup in the country, so there must be more than five, I would say, more than five ministries. That's it. If I'm just summing it up to be keeping it brief, there may be more than 10, and each ministry has several departments working under them, that's affiliated to them, and each department then have several institutions that are working under those departments, and all those institutions also, through those institutions, all the departments and all the ministries uh, uh, keeps on floating different schemes, I would say sponsorship programs for to be implemented across the country, and that can be pitched for by different institutions, maybe academic institutions, maybe R&D organizations, maybe private organization, or maybe even the NGOs, society working for the society organizations also. I welcome Rohit sir also. Rohit sir, are you able to hear me? Are you connected with us through your audio also? Rohit sir? Rohit sir and Ankan Garg sir, are you able to hear me? That's it.
Yes, I can hear, sir.
Great, great. So
Yes.
just in the meantime, you joined. We just started with the session. That's it. It was for funding schemes for promoting entrepreneurship in the country or entrepreneurial skills. So I just started with the narration. That in the ministries, in the government in India, there are several ministries. All of us are aware, and under each ministry there are several departments. That's it. And each department has several institutions affiliated to them directly, and all those institutions, departments, and also the ministries keeps on rolling out different kinds of schemes, sponsorship programs that can be pitched for by different institutions. Institutions may be your academic institutions, they may be R&D organizations, or they may be your societies, non-governmental organizations also. That's it. Normally, whenever I start session, I start with the question answers, taking the participants' requirement into place, what they need from the session, and then I build upon the session. But since we are less participants, so I started directly. But since we have Ankan sir, Rohit sir with us, Dr. Arna also with us, so I would like to know, Rohit sir, from you, from where you are, and anything you would like me to address upon during the session. No doubt I will be covering about funding schemes also, my perspective. But apart from it, if you have any questions you would like me to address during the session, uh, both I'm open to Rohit sir first and then Ankan sir. Rohit sir, that's it. Just
Yes,
introduce.
sir. I am a professor from CGC,
Okay,
Janjeri, Mohali,
Mohali.
and we are starting the incubation center in a campus.
Okay,
So, host institution we are already,
okay,
and what kind of assistance we can take from different government agencies with regard to starting entrepreneurship or startups like MSME is there.
Okay.
Many MSME had one session with us,
Okay.
awareness session,
Okay.
and Mr. Kundan was there from Ludhiana, MSME,
Okay.
and we want to explore more with regard to how we can guide students with regard to startups and guidation, how the ideation will be there,
So how
or
you used to know basically once TBI is there in place, how we can manage how we shall roll out day in day out operations of the incubator. That's it.
right, sir. TV just we have established. We are in the process of.
Okay, great, perfect. Another thing is that okay. One thing is that. Second thing, tell me that TBI you are starting with the inputs from your institution only, or are you getting? Have you applied for certain sponsorship from certain body also till now? Till now.
So one Sunil program is there that we are applying
Okay,
in DST.
DST. And that programs that Sunil program is for supporting the projects, or it is for supporting the startup TBI. That's it. So
No,
we can
that is for training center.
train.
Training center, establishing training center, capacity building organization,
Okay, great.
CBOs and
Okay,
SGOs.
okay, great, great, perfect. Okay, thank you, Rohit sir. I got the background, and then I will. I'm sure I will provide you input because no doubt training center is not a bad option, but for how you can roll out the incubator, so start your incubator.
So that,
Incubator.
sir, my humble request is that how we can initiate for students, technical, BTech, BBA, MBA, as well as my mission is there to give back to the society, the rural areas.
Okay,
Mohali district, at least we will cover, we will invite those people, those youngsters who have skill gap, and we can train them and they can become employable.
okay, okay.
This is my own mission.
Okay, great, great, sir. Definitely, towards the end of the session, you note down my number also, and we can
Right.
once you can come to visit my office also. That's it. So we can discuss upon that. That's it. Surely, because we have recently made a proposal for Haryana state government also for a joint establishment of a TBI, and I'm very good at I would say there are two things. One is your vision mission, and second is how you translate your vision mission into reality. So the challenge is that actually translating your idea into reality. That's it. So there are different. Whenever somebody asks me for schemes, I ask one question: whether you wish to only get for do it for funding and show it to your organization for one time, or you wish to sustain it. That's it. Or
This, this,
actually
this is the permanent project we want to establish.
that's it. Two things, है ना? And third thing is that actual transfer, bringing the transformation, and that will call for inputs from all of the resources of your institution. I mean, like entrepreneurship, I feel is not a job of one ED cell coordinator or training and placement officer. It is a you have to make a process in which each stakeholder is involved, each teacher is involved, each of the I would say junior senior students are involved. So definitely it calls for a lot of efforts, and I'm sure you will be able to contribute the efforts. That's it. Just a second, just a second. Hello, good morning. हाँ जी, गुड मॉर्निंग. हाँ, हाँ सर, मैं आपको बैक बैक कॉल करूँगा. अभी मैं एक सेशन में हूँ, है ना? सेशन में हूँ. आई विल कॉल यू बैक. कौन किनका किनका? अमरिंदर, अमरिंदर, हाँ जी, अमरिंदर, अमरिंदर सर. हाँ जी, अमरिंदर जी. हाँ जी, हाँ जी सर. ओके, थैंक यू. Okay, so so when we talk of when we were considering about that thing, is it was about coming back to it. So it will call for a process, and that process has to take into consideration all the things how you will roll out the operations of your incubator. That's it. No doubt. Uh, how to initially I would say bring in start with the activities of the incubator. with low funding resources, because I'm sure institution would look forward to that you bring some resources so that it starts rolling out. So I will share how to go about it for the initial thing and for the mediocre thing, and how to bring out the deliverable. This is some long-term objectives you have to set that we can discuss over in the meeting. That's it. Ankit sir, please share your background and your anything you would like me to cover during this session. That's it.
Sure, sir. 1 minute, sir, please. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm a lecturer at Government Women's Polytechnic College, Jodhpur, and I teach commercial art. In that, we teach advertising, photography, packaging, etc.
Okay.
So,
I hope we met earlier also when I conducted a program at Jodhpur in physical. Maybe I remember your name. That's it. Okay. 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 Okay.
yes.
Ankit sir. Okay. Any queries you would like me to address during this session? That's it.
Sir, in our field, students can work proactively, and also they can be an entrepreneur, but
That's
it is really hard for them to get work from market directly. So do you have any session to become like a brand so that people know them and they themselves come to our students like
great.
this?
Great, perfect, sir. I'm sure I will be able to help you. There is one person, no doubt. We will talk about process also, how to go about it, but how to start with it. You can start attaching yourself and your students with one person. He is Amit Joshi, if I'm not wrong. And अमित जोशी किसी कोई पार्टिसिपेंट मेरे पास यहाँ आए थे, एंड शी वाज फ्रॉम फैशन डिजाइनिंग बैकग्राउंड बेस्ड इन लुधियाना, एंड उनके टच में अमित थे जब मैंने जोधपुर प्रोग्राम किया था, तो आई इनवाइटेड हिम एज अ स्पीकर। तो वो आपके जोधपुर के जो इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, जो जोधपुर का जो पैलेस है उसकी जो मे बी अपकीम रखने के लिए जो टीम है या हेरिटेज को प्रोटेक्ट करने वाली टीम है, जो भी कोई इस तरीके की टीम है वो उसके मेंबर भी हैं। And recently he has done his completed his PhD also, and he shared as a status also। तो वो थीम बेस्ड इवेंट्स करते हैं। जैसे मान लो पूरे इंडिया में ही इज बेसिकली अ आर्टिस्ट, ही इज अ आई वुड से he come out with different kind of paintings, and he comes out with different kind of shows also, theme based shows like cigarette is dangerous to health, so he will lay out a complete set to make awareness, create awareness among the common public through different road shows or different things, that cigarette smoking is dangerous to health. That's it. So, what I wish to suggest to you, link with such a kind of a person, because he has got different awards from the state also, and from at the, I'm sure he is participating at different national level events also. So you will learn from, you and your students will learn from him, that how he's moving further and building himself as a brand. And he's a very young guy. That's it. He must be like us, maybe in 33 to 37 years of age, if I'm not wrong, even younger than that. So you just get in touch with that, with him. Another thing I would like to suggest, Ankan sir, to you, like I also have a hobby for photography, but I do not have a very high-end camera. My brother have, but I used to do when I used. I'm a frequent traveler, so I drove my bike for more than 1 lakh kilometer and my car for 1,05,000 kilometer. And during driving, going through the buses, local buses and all, I used to do photography. And surprisingly, I used to search through different newspapers also. So when this Gurgaon area was being developed up, coming up, Haryana government came out with something like that. If you have clicked photographs of Haryana, showcasing the contrast, or how Haryana has gone transformation in different areas. So you can submit your photographs, and each person can submit, let us say, 2 to 3 entries. And for per photograph, they will come out with some award, and 2,500 rupees was the price for per photograph if it gets into that selected into that zone. and they will use in some of their promotional materials. And this kind of thing, you can identify what different states calls for in context of photography and others, and your students participate in those kind of events. When I was working with Mahatma Gandhi State Institute of Public Administration, Punjab, as research and training associate in Center for Evaluation Studies, Labor Welfare Studies, and Personnel Management. So at that time, I got an opportunity to coordinate the visit of officers from International Labour Organization (ILO), based in Delhi, from Delhi, and they have to assess some bonded labor situation in the state of Punjab in some particular segment. So I coordinated their visit from Amritsar to Chandigarh, choosing different places. So when I used to go for meetings with ILO, a couple of meetings with ILO in India International Center, if I'm not wrong, or it was India Habitat Center, one of that. It was India International Center, if I correctly recall, in 2012. So, but ILO is the main term, what I wish to say. When I used to visit their office, in their office, different areas photographs were displayed, postcard, and the postcard were there that was published by ILO, I would say printed by ILO, but the person who has contributed those photographs, their name was displayed. Who is the contributor of the photograph? Maybe Amardev has clicked and donated it to ILO through different mechanisms, or maybe through a competition, or through a selling, or maybe freely. And ILO has placed that photographs with the name of the photographer in a standy display in their offices. And ILO may be having branches all over the world through different countries. So you have to identify. You visit such organization, Commonwealth and other such organizations, where the work of your students can be pitched for, submitted for. That's it. And third, there are private, I would say, Creative Commons and the Creative Commons and other private websites also, where you can upload your photographs for the used by the particular audience. And when we talk of the building a brand, it can be built only through your I would say, when your work reaches the masses with your name. That's it. It is not that your work goes without your name, with your name. And copyright says that it is your moral, ethical right that if you are the contributor of the work, even if somebody pays for it, but on the name of the work, your name shall be there. You shall get the acknowledgement. So you have to make your students aware about first the IPs, intellectual property. Then you have to make them aware about different kinds of local resources with which they can connect and work. And third, you have to suggest them which are the bodies where they can submit their work, and then taking them as a then making your own website or personal web page, acknowledging, elucidating all your acknowledgements where your work has been acknowledged or submitted and accepted. Then you can start slowly and slowly building your brand. That's it. And second way is that you are very good at art, and you submit your work with the local vendors. No doubt they will pay very less money. If they sell it for 1200, 14, 1500, they will give you only 200 or 300 rupees. But though, I always say that if apple is ripe and it has fallen on the ground, instead of that it gets वो सड़ जाए वैसे पड़ा पड़ा, इसकी बजाय वो खाया जाए. मे बी कोई लोग कोई पर्सन 15 रुपए ना दे पर एप्पल, 5 रुपए दे, 5 रुपए मिले, बट आप खाए जाओ, but you will serve some purpose. That's it. So it is what I wish to say to you, how you shall start. And you can also at your level can make a web page for the where you can put in the chosen selected works of your students, and that web page can be linked to your institute website. So if a student individually can't do it, so he can do it through a source. That's there. And that source can be your institute website, a link embedded in the institute website. So if they have to show their work to somebody, they can directly suggest go to our polytechnic website, sir, and there my work is listed. That can be tried for. Yeah. Ankan Gar, sir. Ankan Gar, sir.
So, may I get contact of this Mr. Amit Joshi?
Yes, I will try. Recently, I have seen in WhatsApp, maybe his number. Let me see directly with name I have saved or not. But I will identify and get you connected to Amit. That's it.
Some more contacts will be invited, sir.
Surely.
Thank you, sir.
Amit Joshi, entrepreneur Amit Joshi. It is there. So, entrepreneur Amit Joshi is there. So, so what I'm doing is I have two of his numbers. Let me see through WhatsApp also. It is same person. So uh, I'm putting that both the numbers of Amit in the chat box now only.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
it.
Thank you.
One is WhatsApp number also. Okay. So I'm putting first his WhatsApp number, WhatsApp and come call number. That's it. WhatsApp, Amit, WhatsApp come call. And another number is also there. You must be using it for the call, maybe. But recent I got WhatsApp from this number, so this is working surely. Okay. And another number is 800061007. So these are both the numbers of Amit. Amit. That's it. That's it. Okay. Great. And Rohit sir, Uncle sir, anything else you would like me to address? Anything else?
No, sir.
That's it.
Thanks very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Rohit sir, that's it. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
You will give afterwards your numbers.
Sure, definitely, sir. Toward the end of the
Yes,
session.
right.
Okay, so now let me explain to you. I'm sharing my screen. That's it. Let me explain to you how the things work in context of entrepreneurial funding. So I will give you a overview of the scenario so that you understand uh, where to approach for what thing. That's it. So so at the apex level, we have, like, let us say, mm, mm, let me put. Going to put it as I will use certain boxes so that it becomes easy. Okay. So at the apex level, let us say we have uh, DST, Department of Science and Technology. That's it. So let us say we have Department of Science and Technology. And under DST, we have one. I'm talking about the one wing that will be relevant to us. So I'm going to talk about under DST. Let us say we have uh, NSTEDB. So we have NSTEDB. That's it. So NSTEDB stands for National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board. NSTEDB. One of the board under DST, Department of Science and Technology, is NSTEDB. No doubt, DST has several schemes, like Rohit sir has shared. We are going to apply for that one scheme, but I'm here going to directly give you orientation to the how entrepreneurship oriented funding works. So under DST, Department of Science and Technology, we have an NSTEDB, National Science and Technology Development Board, and NSTEDB coordinates the funding for the entrepreneurship oriented activities in the country. And what can be then we can I will categorize it as, now mm, let me say I will categorize it into, sorry, two further sub classifications. So I would say not as central or state. I would say national level. I would say certain national level. I'm putting it, or there can be certain organizations who are working at different, let us say, regional level, regional levels, national level, regional level. By regional level, I mean it may be a state or it may be a district. That's it. It may be state level, at the state level, or it may be district or a combination of certain district, or it may be a combination of certain states also. That's it. But when it is a combination of states across different states, I will take it as national level. So regional level, we will categorize it as a state level or a combination of different districts. That's it. In a particular state. That's it. And then let me, so we have these both. That's it, national level. And one we have is, let us say, we have regional level. Because I used to do it on in whiteboard, but since we do not have whiteboard, so I'm building it again. Again, when you have national level and state levels, we have, I would say, uh, we have we have okay. It is not launching complete. Okay, so I have to use something else. Okay, I will use a simple table. Okay. Okay. So when we talk of this national level, at the national level, we can have two types of institutions. That's it. So one can be government and one can be non-government or semi-government. That's it. Purely government. So it can be purely government or it can be others. When I talk of purely government, that's it. So I'm talking of like NITTTR Chandigarh, or I would say, let us come to be with that NISBET, National Institute of Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, NISBET. Let's say like NITTTR Chandigarh, these kind of organizations, and so on. There will be several other organizations. That's it. Like we have Iser Mohali, NITTTR, several many institutions are there. Just for example, if I'm considering, I'm limiting it over here. Here I will put it as others like EDI Ahmedabad, such organization. And at the regional level, I'm repeating this table to the right side also. Sorry. These are the other methods. Okay. Okay. So again, here we have, let us say, purely government and others. When I say purely government, here regional level like Institute of Entrepreneurship Developments, they are there in different states. For example, I'm talking about IED Lucknow. We have one such in Lucknow, and there must be several in several other states also. And when I refer to as uh, 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 ID Lucknow, and when I refer to this, like one more example I will take is EDC, Entrepreneurship Development Center, under uh, we call it as SPIC, Society for Promotion of Information and Communication Technology, under Chandigarh Administration, Department of IT, Department of IT, let us say Chandigarh. Here we can put in government one more such example as, let us say, for IT we have STPIs, Software Technology Parks of India, STPIs. Like one STPI, for example, one STPI is in, for example, one in Mohali. We have STPI Mohali also. Okay. For example, one ID in Lucknow. There are several other in several other states or states, one in cities or districts headquarters in other states also. And when I refer to others, we have like TCOs, technical consultancy organizations, like such as, for example, we have, uh, North India Technical Consultancy Organization, NITTTR. That's it. Uh, that NITTTR. We have Heartron for Haryana, Himcon for Himachal. That's it. And one such private organization was there. It was like RCED Chandigarh, Regional Center for Entrepreneurship Development. It is a society being run by an entrepreneur, social entrepreneur, I would say, RCED Chandigarh. And there was one such organization with which I was associated for certain trainings. It was SIMCO, Center for Industrial Management and Consultancy, and that was being run by a person based in Kanpur. That's it. So, so when we say that we can have at the national level, we can have at the regional level. That's it, regional level. So again, in at the national and regional level, there are organizations that are purely government. I would say it may be a central government or state government. Here it is NISBUD, like for example, we have listed it as NISBUD, NITTTR Chandigarh, either STPIs. That's it. And there can be others like EDI Ahmedabad. EDI Ahmedabad used to run independently. Now they have gone for EICT affiliation for their courses. Earlier it was not. So EDI Ahmedabad is an institution that is the institution that is entrusted with the responsibility for framing the national entrepreneurship policy for the country also. That's it in the past. That's it. So the founding members of the EDI Ahmedabad had been, the couple of members had been the part of the data collection team that was that was for a research conducted by one of the renowned researcher, taking Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh, as a base. That's it. In the in laid back more than approximately, if I'm not wrong, for more than 40 years back. That's it. So he wrote a couple of books. That's it. So McLelland, he wrote couple of books. Books was like motivating economic development and achieving society. Based on the to study the, I would say, entrepreneurial potential of the people in that particular region. So those two of the persons, if I recall it correctly, the history, those members were the founding members of EDI Ahmedabad. And EDI Ahmedabad, if you see the culture of that institute, when they run a degree, when I interacted with the people over there in a visit, in the postgraduate diploma in management, if you are a student of PGDM, for successful completion of your PGDM, your certificate of incorporation of your company shall be placed in that thesis, or in that your thesis or your submission. That's it. And it was a mandatory requirement, essential requirement. That's it. And in Ahmedabad, you can register a company online. So when I visited their library, I asked my one of my friends that what they are doing. They are saying they are student of PGTM, and they are, some of them are trying to, they are preparing for registering their company. That's it. So it is how their courses are. That's it. So what I wish to say to you, why I shared this thing over here is, for the perspective, coming back. That's it. So I shared, for the perspective over here is that DST, through NST-EDB, releases the funds for entrepreneurship development activities in the country. So NST-EDB has further outsourced the project. NST-EDB will give the entrepreneurship fund to NISBED also. If any other organizations apply, they will give to them also. So NISBED is direct organization under NST-EDB. But what they had done was, NST-EDB, till before Corona, till 2018-19, they had one project, and that they had one project. That's it. And that project NST-EDB had given to, directly to EDI Ahmedabad. That's it. So they had given that project directly to EDI Ahmedabad. And what was that project called? That's it. That project was referred to as, that project was referred to as DST NIMAT project. DST NIMAT project. DST NIMAT project. What was NIMAT? They have made EDI as NIMAT. NIMAT means National Implementing and Monitoring Agency for Training. Okay. And under DSP NIMAT, every year different institutions, I have created a lot of awareness about these programs in Northern region through my programs, maybe Chandigarh Engineering College, Landra, and your Universal Group, and several other institutions may have applied for this funds. Under DST NIMAT, you get the funding for conducting different programs like entrepreneurship awareness camp, and FDP, TEDP, women EDP. Earlier, it was 13,500 something, kind approximately to 13,000 to 15,000 rupees was the amount for EAC. Now it is 20,000 per program of 3 days. And FDP now is, earlier it was more than 3 lakhs also, and 2.5 lakhs also, if I'm not wrong, more than 2 lakhs. Now it is 2.5 lakhs for FDP. And FDP can be of 2 weeks, faculty development program, and it can be technical entrepreneurship development programs of 6 to 8 weeks also, and women EDPs also. That's it. And when Corona was there, starting that year, this DST NIMAT was not given to EDI Ahmedabad. It was, those activities were not rolled out through EDI Ahmedabad. DST through its website directly called for proposals from different institutions. So this is one way how it is happening. That's it. And when they give the funding for EAC, they do not say that, they ask for post-program report, but they do not say, call for that, you, how many entrepreneurs you made us, give us that fact. Because why? They say that our purpose is that you just create awareness about entrepreneurship. We are not expecting that you will make overnight entrepreneurs. But when they will give you funding for let us say, when they will give you funding for let us say, they are going to give you funding for TEDP, then they will ask for how many participants. Their requirement is that 25 participants shall be there, approximate 20 to 25, let us say 25. and you have to make how many inputs you provided them, how many of them became the entrepreneurs. Then they will ask you for that. And there are certain regional organizations also, for like NITTTR Chandigarh. Under NITTTR Chandigarh we have EDIC department. So we do not get direct funding from DST, but we can apply for this DST NIMAT programs to EDI Ahmedabad, EDI Ahmedabad, or directly to DST also when they control it. In the same way, these other TCOs, NITCON, HIMCON, HATRON, or RACD Chandigarh, or SIMCO, these private societies working off towards promotion of entrepreneurship at their level, they can also apply for similar kind of programs, and they also conduct for it. For example, when I was there in Jalandhar, so NITCON conducted one program when I was passed out and I did my MBA and I was teaching. So through employment exchange, they may have got my data that he has registered for employment opportunity information from the state. So in local employment office in collaboration with NITCON, they organize one technical entrepreneurship development program based on computer hardware repair and maintenance, or for computer hardware and networking, something like that. And I attended that program of there, and in which a couple of weeks were from the industrial inputs, hands-on, and couple of weeks were theoretical inputs, behavioral inputs from the concerned different people, speakers, behavioral speakers. So these organizations can also support you, because they are getting the funds, applying for the funds and getting the funds from the government, and they can help you conduct those activities in your organization. And also, if there is any state level IEDs are there, EDIC are there, EDC, State Department of IT Chandigarh are there, you can take their inputs also. You can send your students over there. You can visit yourself over there, see how what they are doing to promote entrepreneurship at the state level or at the regional level, and then how you can get benefit from them. So this is how governmental funding works in context of I would say entrepreneurship oriented training programs. So what I suggest that when you initially set up a incubator in your college, apply for these first. Conduct your individual activities, certain activities, entrepreneurship oriented activities, like what you do is you organize uh, a talk for your students from the entrepreneur, from the representative from the industry. You take photographs, you maintain attendance, and you keep a record of the activities and do several. You call the alumni. You conduct several such activities and make a record. And also, one of you attend that program of maybe conducted entrepreneurship may be conducted by NITTTR Chandigarh, maybe DST NIMAT sponsored program. That's it. And if you have that, one of your teacher have that DST NIMAT sponsored program, that's it. Then you can become the local coordinator. You can apply for those kind of programs yourself also to the DST under DST NIMAT. That's the project of any year. So once you get that program, you can get the funding for your EACs, your FDPs. You can be the nodal coordinator at your institution level, and through that funding you can conduct 3 days, 5 days, 3 days, 1 week, or 3 days, 2 weeks, or 6 weeks programs for your students, and that fund can help you sustain the entrepreneurial activities of your college. That's it. Another thing is you can approach the MSME also, like our faculty colleague from Janjeri, Rohit sir has shared. That's it. So you can apply for the certain. You can request the MSME that they also get the funds that they can conduct 2-3 days program, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days program on IP and IPRs, or certain industrial entrepreneurial oriented schemes. You can invite them also. That's it. And request them that they conduct the program at your campus. That's it. And another thing you can do is, this is the second how you have to go about it. Third thing I would suggest is that there was a concept of one concept of you have to search for such kind of proposals. So I'm going to stop screen sharing, and I'm going to share the now website with you. Like there is a proposal called New Gen IEDC, New Generation Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Centers. That's it. So let me open that. New Gen. You have to search on Google that New Gen IEDCs. That's it. So just I'm going to share a window. So let me share the complete window. Not line. Let me share a particular tab. Okay. So when we talk of this new Gen IEDCs, it is there. So this one is about whole information about new Gen IEDC is there. So I would like to click when you click on the about the project. That's it. So it will open up this web page. That's it. So it will open up this web page. I hope this PDF is visible to you. This tab is showing you the PDF or it is showing the website. Just let me know. Rohit sir, Ankan sir.
Website only.
Okay, it is website.
Website only.
So, it means
16 page.
so I
Green.
have okay. So I have clicked about the project. So now I'm going to stop screen sharing and share the PDF. Back. I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay. So now it is showing the PDF. Is PDF page visible? 1 to 6, 1 by 6.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Great. So what this new Gen IEDC is doing? So I'm quickly coming to this the funding part. Let us cover the objectives also quickly. To channelize the knowledge and energy of youth towards becoming active partners in the economic development process, to categorize and promote entrepreneurship development of knowledge-based and innovation-driven enterprises, and promote employment opportunity among youth, especially students. Third one is to inculcate a culture of innovation-driven entrepreneurship. Fourth one is to act as an institutional mechanism for providing various services, including information on aspects of enterprise building to budding SMT entrepreneurs. So, what are the salient features of this project? It is a 5-year program to be implemented in an educational institution. A maximum of 20 new projects per institution would be supported in a year. The projects should be student projects with a high degree of innovation and commercial viability to lead to the possible startup by students. As far as possible, the project should be multidisciplinary in nature and to be executed by teams constituting students drawn from various levels. So directly I am coming to the funding portion. That's it. So what they give you a recurring and non-recurring grant. So during first year they support 10 student projects. During second year they support 15. During third year they support 20. During fourth year they support 20 projects. During fifth year 20 again. Total 85 projects over a span of 5 years. And how much funding is there? 2.5 lakh is your prototype development grant per project. So for 10 projects it is 25 lakh. For 15 project it is 37.5 lakh for second year, 50 lakh for third year, 50 lakh for fourth, 50 lakh for fifth. And for recurring expenditure it is 10 lakh each year. That's it. So what does recurring will include? They have specified everything. The recurring cost would include the honorarium to mentors, honorarium to new Gen IEDC coordinators, travel expense for advisory board and review meetings, contingencies and miscellaneous expenditures. And what does prototype development grant comprise of? It comprises of 2,50,000 per project, would cover the following expenditure. What are those funding opportunities? A maximum amount of 25,000 to the mentor, if a teacher becomes a mentor for providing the guidance to the project team, and maximum of 25,000 per student per group as a stipend. So out of 2,50,000, 25,000 is for the teacher mentor, and 25,000 is for the I would say student. If it is a group of 2 students, 12.5 thousand each. One student 25,000, 3 student you can divide it into 8,000 something, 300 something rupees. And Rupees 2 lakh are for the cost of raw material, prototype development cost, or if you have to take external vendor consultation cost, external vendor support in developing your prototype. That's it. So it is a beautiful, I would say, project, and whole details are there in this new Gen IEDP. So this is one project. That's it. Rolled out by sponsored by NSTEDB. I was referring to National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, this Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. That's it. This was as if now from my side. I take a break and again I come to you for any questions you have as if now. That's it. Moving till this stage of the interaction, or I would say presentation. That's it. So Rohit sir, any questions you have?
Hello, sir. So after, firstly, you had told individual activities. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. You told organized talks for on entrepreneurship to the students. Secondly, you told attend a NITTTR programs. In NITTTR, what we will do,
Not
how
not
funding will be arranged
no
for
no no
three for
not
organizing FDPs.
Rohit sir, we have to correct. In NITTTR program, you can do for getting the knowledge. That's it. But
Right,
if it is a DST sponsored program that NITTTR is conducting, that's it.
right,
Then that instead of going to Ahmedabad, that program will satisfy that mandatory requirement that the person who becomes the coordinator for DST programs, NIMAT, under DST NIMAT project in their institution, they shall have first attended themselves that FDP, certain DST NIMAT oriented programs, sponsored program. So that program, if NITTTR, normally we every year we used to conduct. Now I have stopped conducting because my organization say that during my promotions they do not give me any separate weightage for that. They say that it is a routine program. Neither they count it in sponsored program nor they count it in for additional weightage for giving taking the sessions during the program. So it was putting a lot of pressure on me because I am already from a government organization, so I have to close a utilization certificate. I have to submit audited expenditure statement. I have to submit. We have to prepare for a post program report. So in that time, I closes one project of that kind. I conduct 4 to 5 programs from the NITTTR side. So I have stopped conducting now. That's it, from 2019 onwards. But if we conduct or any other such organization like NITCON or NSTEDB has a training calendar, it mentions where those DST NIMAT sponsored program are being conducted. So you attend that to if you wish to bring that funding to your college, because DST under DST NIMAT they will assign some of the projects to your college if you yourself have earlier attended that DST NIMAT project. Like before I became the coordinator from over here, I attended that program of 2 weeks. I went myself to EDI Ahmedabad. But in my case, my 2 weeks stay and everything was sponsored by my organization, to and fro fare and everything. If your organization can send you, I will suggest you go to EDI Ahmedabad. That's it. 2 weeks of program. There may be certain program fee. At that time, if I'm not wrong, it was like 12,000 something for the program fee. Maybe if I'm not wrong, or 12,000 was for the stay, something like it, or maybe 25,000 inclusive of everything and travel separately. So that will not be funded by EDI Ahmedabad. That's it. So you have to get it done from institution sponsorship or from your pocket, or you can attend some such program in your region, being conducted by some other organization. I hope Rohit sir, I cleared what I mean to say.
uh, you have told regarding DST sponsored program that I have to attend.
DST sponsored if you wish to get the funding for EACs, FDP, TEDP. But there is no such requirement for this new Gen IEDC. Directly you can apply. That's it. That's it.
Right.
Another one important scheme I would share with you that will be important for every one of you. That is, there is one scheme of CSIR also and DSIR. That's it. Department of Scientific and Industrial Research and Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. That is being taken care of by one of these organizations, CSIR or DSIR, Prism scheme. So under Prism scheme, they do not call for that you shall be an engineer. Any citizen of the country who has a Aadhaar card, you can submit your proposal that I'm working on this product and I wish to develop it, and they will give you funding. So there are different phases: phase one, phase two, phase three. So let me open that also. So the Prism scheme of Government of India, but it is, if I'm not wrong, this scheme is existing till 31st March 2025. So 2 more years are yet to go. I'm not sure. Nowadays, Government of India is making everything linked to outcome, to the industry outcome. This scheme once gone, I'm not sure whether it will come back or not. So let me open that scheme documents also. Mm, okay, it is RTF document is there. So does it open? Oh, okay, it is opening. So let me take you when I search through. I'm sharing my first. I'm sharing a tab. That's it. So when I search the Prism scheme of Government of India, so it will open this. This is promoting. Prism is acronym for promoting your innovations in individuals, startups, and MSMEs. That's it. So when we say that, if you go through it, that's it. So who can apply everything, trust areas they have given. So there are Prism schemes. There are Prism phase one is there, Prism phase two is there, and Prism under phase two there are subcategories, and Prism R&D proposals are also there. That's it. So if we see this, that's it. In category one, any Indian citizen, including student innovator, can avail support to develop their novel idea into demonstrable model prototypes. Any Indian category two. Category two is for fabrication of working model, process know-how, testing and trial, patenting, technology transfer, etc. They call it as innovation incubation. So any Indian citizen having innovative ideas can apply for it. That's it. Any citizen. So Prism phase one, I downloaded here. Prism guideline and application forms are there. So Prism phase one is there. Prism phase two is there. Prism phase one Prism phase one category one is there. Proof of concept is there. Prism phase one category two is there. So two options are not under category two phase two. Sorry, they are under phase one. So Prism phase two is there. So when I download this RTR document, so I'm just sharing my screen back. I'm stopping the tab sharing. I'm sharing my entire screen back. So it is there. So they have under this Government of India department, it is under DSIR, Department of, not CSIR, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. It is for promoting innovations in individual startups and MSMEs. So Prism phase one, individual innovators proposal, proof of concept, category one, prototype models guidelines. So eligibility mechanism, limitation conditions, everything is given, and they have given the application form also over there. So you can submit it, this proposal, to them. In the same way, phase one category two proposals are there. Phase two proposals are phase one category two, and phase two proposals are also there. Phase one category one, phase one category two, phase two proposals are also there. One more thing, if we go through it, let me search that also. Mm, you will get further beautiful glimpse of this scheme, easy glimpse, I would say. So, is there? Okay. Okay. Mm, technology different schemes, okay, available. What they say, they are giving the same on the page. Okay, public funded, it is given. So I wish to show this. So again, you can search for example, in northern region, for Chandigarh region, This PRISM scheme is being coordinated by CSIO, Central Scientific Instrument Organizations. So, when I search putting the keyword PRISM CSIO, so if you go to their website, that's it. So they have summed it up also, this scheme beautifully, like program and eligibility. So under PRISM phase 1, category 1, proof of concept prototype models, project cost up to rupees 5 lakh. Those projects having the I would say expenditure up to your proposals of funding up to 5 lakhs. That's it. They can be covered for. Maximum support is limited to 2 lakh or 90% of the total project cost, whichever is lower. That's it. For example, project cost can be for 5 lakhs. That's it. But up to 2 lakhs they will fund, or 90% of the total project cost, whichever is lower. So it means I would say it otherwise that you don't make a, if it is a 5 lakh project, 3 lakhs you have to put, 2 lakhs they will put, or if it is a 3 lakh project, 90% come out, 2 lakh or 90% of 3 lakh, whichever is lower, they will fund up to that. Any Indian citizen, including student innovator, can avail support to develop their novel idea into demonstrator product prototype. Category 2 is fabrication of working model, prototype, process know-how, testing and trail, patenting, technology transfer, etc. innovation incubation. So project cost from 5 lakh to 35 lakh is covered under that, and maximum cost is limited to 20 lakh or 90% of the total project cost, whichever is lower. And who is eligible to apply for? Any Indian citizen having innovative ideas to convert them into working models, prototype and processes. And under PRISM phase 2, where CSIO is directly, it will be involved there. I would say technology transfer cell also. Project cost more than 35 lakhs and up to 100 lakhs, 1 crore means it will be covered. Maximum support is up to 50 lakhs, limited to 50% of the total project cost. So they will look forward to that you also contribute. The institution, the company, the startup also contributes their equity. The support may be provided for scaling up technology-based innovations, including patenting, design, registration, trademark, technology transfer to develop a marketable product process to order enterprise solutions. And successfully PRISM innovators or innovators who have successfully demonstrated proof of concept with support of government institution agency, उनको ये preference देंगे phase 2 में. Limiting condition: the proposal will be considered for support only after thorough scrutiny and by adopting robust evaluation and appraisal criteria for screening by involving technical and financial assessments. तो इसमें एक कमेटी से के डिसीजन के बाद आपको सपोर्ट मिलेगा. R&D proposals है ऐसे, and R&D proposal maximum support is up to 50 lakhs, limited to 50% of the total project cost for developing technology solutions aimed at helping the MSME clusters. And public funded, okay, so ये सारे R&D institution, autonomous institutions like NITTTR Chandigarh है और हैं laboratories हैं, academic institutions हैं, उनको मिल सकते हैं. And इसमें भी limiting conditions हैं कि वो evaluation करवाएंगे कमेटी से. तो और important points सारे हैं और भी सब कुछ mentioned है यहाँ पे. तो इसको आप इसका भी यूटिलाइजेशन इस स्कीम का भी कर सकते हैं to get the funding for your students, I would say, or to get the funding for your I would say startups or innovators, student innovators. That's it. So this was all from my side as it now. So now I am open for the questions. That's it. Any other questions you have or you would like me to address? That's it. Rohit sir, Ankan sir, or Jitinder ma'am. That's it. You may like to ask. That's it. Rohit.
Yes, sir. Schemes I have understood. I will go through it.
Okay, great, sir. And Ankan sir,
No questions so far, sir.
Okay. Jitendra Sani ma'am, any questions you have? You are there, and you are from which institution, ma'am? Okay. Dr. Aruna, are you there? Okay. If no questions, then I call it a session. And to the session, I thank
Absolutely, sir.
Rohit. Sir, I thank you
Fine.
for giving me
So
an
kindly, excuse me, sir.
sure, sure, Rohit. Sir.
Yes, sir. Kindly share your email and contact number and organization.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Please.
And we have to search through different thrust areas of the government also. Like when this Modi government came, initially they have a full thrust on solar-based technologies. So an MNRE used to roll out many different kind of solar-based projects. That if you wish, you are academic institutions or any autonomous body, you wish to conduct training programs, we will provide you funds in context of solar technologies, maybe R&D level also, and maybe installation and maintenance of solar panels also. And also another thing is that they when they were about to develop the course material for those programs, even they opened the funding for that also. If you are a good academician and you love developing resource materials, then also different ministries provides different kinds of schemes under which you can develop and get the monetary incentive back. And if you are a good, you have a, some of your faculty members have, I would say, intent or bent of mind towards working for development of course materials, they can go for those kind of fundings also. That's it. And my alternative number is this one. Both numbers will work lifelong. This 7009 is personal number. Second number is both works on WhatsApp. Second number is personal. I use it for official purposes. Though the expenses I am bearing on my own, but I would say for the official purposes I am using. Sometimes its WhatsApp memory gets full. So in that case, I am not unable to access the WhatsApp for a couple of days until I empty the phone. So this, in that case, 7009 will work. That's it. So both numbers are there. And this is my amardev.nitttr@yahoo.com. This is my email. That's it. You can touch me upon, and we can interact further also. Anything I may assist with on any aspect. That's it. That's it. Okay. Okay. If no further questions, I hand over the platform back to Aman ma'am. I thank Amandeep ma'am for giving me an opportunity to interact with you all. I thank all of you for listening to me with so much of patience, and I thank Kamal and his team from Media Engineering for connecting all of us together. Thank you,
Excuse me, sir. Sir,
Rohit sir.
sir.
Thank you so
Sir,
much.
you are based at.
Sir, presently, otherwise I belong to Jalandhar, but presently I have got a taken accommodation of NITTTR Chandigarh within campus only. So it is within campus, sector 26 Chandigarh. 9 to normally 6 o'clock I am in office, and sometimes 7 also. And house is also within campus. You can visit anytime. That's it. But only
Right.
Saturday Sunday I visit my hometown. So that is only leverage I take, and that's it, except holidays and
Right.
Saturday Sunday. That's it. So with that we
Thank
can
you.
start virtually on a telecall. And you are based in, sir? You must be based in Mohali, Rohit sir.
No, sir. College is in Mohali,
Okay, and you're staying at.
Patiala. Patiala.
It means you are coming from that side, है ना? No doubt, I had my MBA from Thapar University, Patiala. That's it.
Right.
But we can discuss small things over phone also. That's it.
Right.
Not an
So we can plan out for your visit also in our campus. Sure.
definitely. And if you have made certain proposal to be submitted to certain organization, I can evaluate and provide inputs to you on that also. Because I had
Right.
been the member for a formulation committee for that formulated the entrepreneurship policy for Chandigarh College of Engineering Technology also. It is up to you to whether you wish to incorporate my feedback or not. But I'm sure I have a analytical bent of mind, so that will give you a different insights into the proposals. So if you would find it useful, you can use those inputs. Otherwise, also it is fine. That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's
Sure.
it. Okay, Rohit sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Ankan sir. Thank you, uh,